stressed for so long, so stuck in my own way. So I'ma enjoy this moment.
Hello beautiful babes, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Let's jump straight into this slick down tutorial. I've been quite lazy to do my hair, so I've been wearing this wig for like the past week because I just didn't know what to do with it. But y'all, taking this wig off was a bit scary and nerve-wracking for me because look at my braids. They are extremely grown out and definitely have seen better days. So we're gonna go ahead and take these out. Once my braids are out, here is my TWA, and right about here I was feeling like the Wayans brothers.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five!
Jokes aside, I'm actually pretty proud of my hair right now because considering that I was bald just a little over a year ago, like this is not bad at all. Alright, so let's get this process started. I'm going to start detangling or brushing through my hair to get out any like knots and tangles before we start gelling it down. And there isn't any product in my hair, by the way. When I wear my hair in braids, I also wash them in braids. And after I wash them, I just spray it with some leave-in conditioner to lock in the moisture and make sure my hair isn't dry underneath my wigs. And then I let it air dry. So we are starting with a clean base. Once your hair is detangled, go ahead and grab your spray bottle and spritz your hair with some water. When you're doing a slick down, you want your hair to be damp, not like dripping wet, but just damp so that it is easier to maneuver and comb through. Dampening your hair also helps you to avoid unnecessary breakage when you're constantly combing through or brushing through your hair. So I'm just running my fingers through, massaging the water in, and making sure my hair is thoroughly saturated. I think it's so interesting how my hair just starts to shrink the moment it touches water. Like, did you see that? Using a rat tail comb, I'm going to start creating my part, even though I later covered up most of it. But you can go ahead and choose whether you want a side part, a middle part, or no part at all, depending on the look you are going for. Here, I'm just brushing through a couple times to get my hair to lay in the direction that I want it to go. And this is the gel I am using today. This is the Wetline Extreme Pro Gel. I'd heard and watched a lot of good reviews about this gel, and this was my first time trying it. And knowing how stubborn my hair can be sometimes, I was really praying that this was gonna hold my hair down. This is the amount I first started with, and I went ahead to apply this around my part area just to hold the hair in place to make sure that the part doesn't move. I then grabbed this coarse bristle brush to brush the product through, and using the palms of my hands, I'm just slicking my hair down to see how well or how much more gel am I going to have to add to get the hair to lay down. And it was doing its thing. I was pretty surprised that it was actually holding it down, and I loved how it defined my curls, but the rest of the hair needed some more gel in order for it to lay down. So what you see me doing is I'm just parting out sections of the hair and adding more gel in between as you see me demonstrating. And in no way, shape, or form are these perfect. Like some other videos will tell you, oh, you have to gel your hair down in sections, especially if you have like type 4 hair that is thick and coarse. And yes, babe, that's good information. That's exactly what you should do. But you see, for me, I don't have time to sit here and make small geometrically precise parts in my hair in order to gel it down. When I want my hair gel down, I want it gel down now and fast. So I just part it any type of way, and then I apply gel all over like you just saw me do. Now here's the key. Grab you a wide tooth comb like this one, or wider if you have thicker hair, and you want to distribute that gel all over your hair. I mean, like, comb it through, make sure it's detangled, Make sure that gel gets everywhere. Make sure it is on every strand of hair simultaneously, using your palms to slick it down as I'm demonstrating. That's all you gotta do. The moment you think that it's been combed enough, sis, comb it again until your comb can pass through your curls without any hesitation. After all that, here's what I have. My hair is detangled, the curls are popping, and the gel I put in there is thoroughly distributed. However, she is nowhere near sleek. So we are going to repeat this process, and this time with a whole lot more gel. From here, you will see me apply the gel to my hair. I'm applying it mostly to the tops and the perimeters of my hair because I will end up brushing it through anyway. But this time, I'm also shaping it. As you can see, I'm gathering my hair into where I want to place my bun. Then grabbing my comb again and really combing that product through. Now, as we are combing, we are going to start shaping and smoothing down that hair. I'm combing it through, and in the front, I'm doing like a bit of a swoop motion to get this front to lay down. Adding more gel if necessary, sometimes just grabbing it off the comb and then slapping it right back on there and repeating the process until it looks how I want it to look. I am going to repeat these motions, combing, smoothing, and pushing back the hair into that bun. Adding more gel where necessary to really shape it how I want it to stay. Once I have my shape down, I grab my coarse bristle brush again, and we're going to use this to get it extra smooth and sleek. I don't know what it is about coarse bristle brushes that just get in between every single hair and just makes them lay so smooth and flat, even though they kind of hurt when it rubs against your skin. But I'm going to go ahead and brush through my hair until it is as smooth and flat as I can get it to be and gather it into my low bun.
Almost lost my mind a couple times. It got so hot I thought I wanna die. Blood dripping from my arm, just wanna feel inside.
I then used 2 small rubber bands to tie my hair into a low bun. What you see me doing is smoothing down my sides a bit more because every time I gel my hair, these sides always pop up. Because my hair is in like this awkward length stage, it's not short, it's not long, it's just in the middle. They just always pop up. Either it's the sides or the top, no matter what I do. So I always add more gel to make sure that they stay in place. And then I do some finishing touches by reshaping the front of my hair and then adding some baby hairs. I then added a little bit more gel to the front because, y'all, I have trust issues. Like, I did not want my hair to pop up, but I added it to the baby hairs in front and then on the sides and in the back just to make sure that this hair does not come up. And once I was done, here is the semi-finished product.
Been stressed for so long, so stuck in my own way. So I'ma enjoy this moment. It's the day that the Lord has made.
now that our hair is nice and sleek, we have to tie it down so that it will dry. Because it was nighttime, I wanted this to set overnight, so I did use a thin scarf. It's kind of like a mesh scarf that is like very breathable and allows air to pass through while I'm sleeping. But if you are doing this during the daytime, go ahead and tie your hair down and allow it to set for at least 15 minutes before taking it off. But I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep, and I'll see you in the morning. The next morning, I took the scarf down, and this is what we have. The front is pretty much rock solid, but do you see how disrespectful the back is being? Now, all of my hair is dry, but you see that back part that I said keeps popping up? I just knew it. I knew it was gonna come up. I just felt it in my spirit. And y'all saw how much gel I used and how much brushing and combing I did to slick it down. But you know what? It's okay. We are going to secure those lawbreakers with some bobby pins. Now, moving on to my bun, I will be using Marley hair. This is just some hair that I had laying around the house, but when you're creating your bun, if you have short hair like mine, you want to use extensions that closely resemble your natural texture so that it will be uncloggable and people will actually think this is your natural hair, okay? What you see me doing is I'm using a paddle brush to brush out and slightly rough out that texture a little bit. Now, I'm not doing all of the hair, just bits of the hair so that it isn't so perfect and closely resembles my texture a bit more. Then I went ahead to smooth it out a bit so that it isn't so like curled up at the ends. Once I was done, this is what it looks like. To attach it to my bun, I'm using one of these small rubber bands, and we are going to use this to create a ponytail, so to speak, and I'll show you what it looks like in a moment. With the rubber band open, I placed it in the middle of the extension like this, and then pulled one of the sides through so that it ends up directly in the middle. Once you feed it through, you should have something like this. And this is what we're going to use as our ponytail. So now I'm going to attach this to my hair by just looping that rubber band around my bun so that it doesn't fall off and stays in place while we wrap it into a bun. To create the bun, I took one of the two pieces, then split that piece into two pieces and then twisted them together. A small rubber band to secure the end so that it doesn't unravel, and then I repeated the same thing to the other piece. Once you're done, you should have two twists such as these. Now I'm going to take one of them and begin to wrap it around my bun like this, as you see me doing, and I'm going to go around one more time before I grab a bobby pin and pin that into place. I'm using bobby pins to secure this because my bun is pretty small, so if I just wrapped it around and left it like that, it would surely come off. So as I'm wrapping, I am pinning the hair where I want it to stay, and I'm going to repeat this process until I get all the way to the end. When I got to the ends, I tucked it underneath and then secured the ends with a bobby pin so that they don't come out, and then I repeated the same thing to the other piece of hair.
I'm not gonna shake, been stressed for so long, so stuck in my own way, so I'ma enjoy this moment.
And once I'm done, here is what the completed bun looks like. We are nearly at the end, but we still have to take care of these stragglers back here. So I am using a couple of bobby pins to pin them down to get them to lay flat. After I added the bobby pins, she is looking a whole lot better. To add some shine, I used a few drops of this miracle oil. You don't need a whole lot now. A few drops will get you right, and it makes your hair smell really good. I applied it to my palms and then just glazed it over my hair. And lastly, I added some hair oil to my part, just a few drops, and then rubbed it in. And here is the finished result. Alright, my blessed babes, we have reached the end of the video. If you did enjoy this video or any of my content, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to join the family. I love you, but always remember Jesus Christ loves you more, and I'll catch you on the next one.